find out. Well, next, male victims of rape are being encouraged to come forward in a new campaign called Breaking the Silence. The government is providing £500,000 in a new fund for counselling and for support.
Duncan Craig from the charity Survivors Manchester has been working with Hollyoaks on its current storyline, along with the actor James Sutton, who plays a rape victim. We began by asking why men are reluctant to come forward.
Often the person that's experienced it can feel like it's their fault, and I think when somebody's experienced something that feels so horrible and so self-blaming, that straight away that's silencing. Nobody wants to kind of put their hand up and say, oh yeah, this happened to me and I think it's my fault, which it isn't. But I think that is one of the main reasons, and also people don't want to be judged.
You yourself were a victim of child rape and set up the organisation to give support. Was that simply because there wasn't enough support there?
Yeah, I mean, I was abused outside of the family between about 11 and about 16, and I kept quiet for going on about 15, 16 years because I thought it was my fault. I thought that those things that that person told me were true until I went into therapy. And suddenly did realise and had this realisation that it wasn't my fault.
James, you're portraying a man who's gone through a horrendous incident like this on Hollyoaks at the moment. How difficult has that been to play, and also where did you research how to do this?
It has been quite difficult. Only the sort of pressure that you put on yourself as an actor. You know, this is a really important issue that we take very, very seriously. So I've wanted to make sure that it is as real as possible, and because something like that is so brutal and so stark and so violent, that I just wanted to make sure that those were the boxes that I ticked, that it was as real as it possibly could be. So we worked closely with Duncan and Survivors and got all the advice and support that we could get from them to paint a really vivid picture for our audience, really.
And when you hear that people watching you are actually getting in touch with survivors,
it's really amazing. It really is. I mean, we've got a big audience. We're 630, predominantly young people. I mean, we've got a responsibility. We can tell these stories and we can have this effect on people. And to hear that people are actually getting in touch is, I mean, that's the icing on the cake really for us.
Okay, so Duncan, what is the money going to be used for? And also, is it enough money?
I think there's never enough money.
Right.
We can always get some more, we can always use some more money, but I think this is the start of something. It's not just the money. The money will be used for counselling, psychotherapy, group support, telephone support.
Sorry to interrupt you. What sort of things do you say when somebody comes in and they say, this terrible thing has happened to me? What do you say to them?
I mean, the first thing that we do is we kind of say, welcome, this is a safe place. This is somewhere where we want to build with you a safe place for you to be able to share your experiences and share how you're feeling. And then it's about us giving people information so they can feel empowered. We don't empower people, we help people become empowered, because rape and sexual abuse is about the removal of power and control, and I guess the best way we can help people is by giving them information so people can make some better choices.
Are you prepared for many more people coming forward? This campaign's all about breaking the silence. You say it's the tip of the iceberg. Have you got the resources to be able to help?
We have got to have the resources. It's that simple. I'm kind of doing all of this campaigning to ensure that men do know that they can come forward.
Regardless of whether the money that the government are giving you is enough, the fact that they're giving you some money is enough to start that conversation and get people aware, and that's kind of the most important thing, I think.
And it is the start of a conversation. The government are sending out a very, very clear message today to say, boys and men who have been affected by this, who have been victims of sexual violence, we can see you and we can hear you.
Okay, Duncan and James, thank you both very much indeed for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you've been affected by any of the issues raised and would like to find out more about the help and the support available, there's lots of it, and there's lots of information as well on our website, itv.com/Granada.